नमस्कार मित्रों, मैं राजीव मिश्रा सोशल रिसर्च फाउंडेशन में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं और आपको बताना चाहता हूं सोशल रिसर्च फाउंडेशन उच्च शिक्षा में शोध प्रशिक्षण के लिए लगातार तत्पर रहता है और इस क्रम में हम 6 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय रिसर्च जर्नल्स का प्रकाशन लगातार कर रहे हैं। मित्रों, जर्नल्स की जो गुणवत्ता है उसका प्रमुख कारण है हमारा रिव्यू प्रोसेस। हम अपने पेपर को डबल ब्लाइंड पीयर रिव्यू पद्धति के आधार पर रिव्यू कराते हैं, तमाम एक्सपर्ट्स के पास भेजते हैं और उनके द्वारा अनुशंसित होने पे ही वो पेपर आगे प्रकाशित होता है। इसी कड़ी में सोशल रिसर्च फाउंडेशन ने एक नई शुरुआत करी है, वो है ओपन वाइवा। इस क्रम में हम जूम मीटिंग के तहत एक्सपर्ट और लेखक को आमने सामने रखकर एक साक्षात्कार कराते हैं, जिसमें दोनों एक दूसरे से अनभिज्ञ होते हैं। खाली उनके पेपर एक दूसरे के पास होते हैं और वे अपने पेपर पर एक डिस्कशन करते हैं एक्सपर्ट से, और एक्सपर्ट उस पेपर पर साक्षात्कार पद्धति से डिस्कशन करने के बाद पूरी तरह जब संतुष्ट हो जाता है तब वह पेपर हम अपने जर्नल में प्रकाशन के लिए भेजते हैं। तो आइए हम अपनी तरह का पहला अभिनव प्रयोग करते हैं रिव्यू प्रोसेस के लिए ओपन वाइवा के रूप में। नमस्कार मित्रों, मैं सोशल रिसर्च फाउंडेशन से राजीव मिश्रा आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। और जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, हमारे 6 इंटरनेशनल रिसर्च जर्नल्स यहाँ पब्लिश हैं। रिसर्च पेपर पब्लिश होना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, बड़ी बात है उसके जो पब्लिकेशन की पद्धति है। और उस पब्लिकेशन की पद्धति में जो महत्वपूर्ण चीज है वो है उसका रिव्यू प्रोसेस एंड प्रूफ रीडिंग। तो रिव्यू प्रोसेस के लिए हमने भारत में ये पहली बार एक अभिनव प्रयोग करने की सोची है, और ये प्रयोग है हर पेपर को ऑनलाइन इंटरव्यू के द्वारा, साक्षात्कार के द्वारा अपने रिव्यूअर से लेखकों का संपर्क कराना, ताकि जो भी रिव्यू हो, जो क्वेरीज हो, सामने के सामने सॉल्व हो सके और एक अच्छा सा पेपर इस समाज के सामने, अच्छी सी रिसर्च इस समाज के सामने जा सके। तो हमारे साथ ऑथर के रूप में पेपर आईडी आपके सामने दी हुई है 15117। हम में से कोई आपका नाम नहीं जान पा रहा है और ना ही जो लेखक महोदय हैं वो रिव्यूअर का नाम जान सकते हैं। तो मैं 15117 पेपर आईडी से निवेदन करता हूं कि वो अपना पेपर कृपया जो है वो मंच के सामने रखें।
हाँ सर, मेरा जो टॉपिक है एडवोकेटिंग इंडिजिनियस राइट्स फॉर द अवेयरनेस ऑफ यूथ इन जनरल। इन दिस पेपर I'll be focusing on the youth responsibility, especially in the context of today's youth awareness. It involves personal experience, especially in raising the voice of marginalized people such as tribes. Indigenous people, a disadvantaged group in India, are the protectors of the rich biodiversity and the traditions and indigenous knowledge that are part of our heritage. The scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are the official designation given to various groups of historical disadvantaged people in India. The source of indigenous rights emerged with the declaration on 23rd December 1994. The United Nations General Assembly passed the resolution 49/214 calling upon all member states to observe on 9th August every year as the International Day of the World's Indigenous People during the first international decade of the world's indigenous people, 1995 to 2004, with the theme "A Decade for Action and Dignity." India supported this resolution mainly in India. The tribal rights can be seen as a part of the larger human rights discourse which emanates from the Universal Declaration on Human Rights of 1948 and is continuously being developed and refined through political contestation and international debates and discussion to include a wide array of rights that are fundamental to dignified human existence. Uh, there are certain key words in this article, such as indigenous rights, will find tribal rights, human rights, depressed classes like Adivasi, scheduled tribe, Adivasi, uh, of course, because the author belongs to Jharkhand, that's Jharkhand, and the Constitution of India. During the post-colonial period, India was engaged in a nation building process. This was equated with modernization and adequate development of infrastructure and economic conditions of the people and the country as a whole. On the development of the nation has been always debated, which centered around people, market forces, and the state. Consequently, the central issue is whether to accept the prevailing definition of development as provided by the market and the state, or to look for alternatives emerging out of people's struggles and human rights movements. Advocating indigenous rights among the youth will bring the real awareness in the prevail knowledge of human conditions, which is still reflecting in order to question each development and underdevelopment nation. During the colonial rule, the people who were cut off from the mainstream of development were known as depressed classes. Scheduled tribes in large numbers are still restricted in the spatial and temporal range of their social, legal, and political relations. In addition to the scheduled tribes, the Constitution of India names other groups who are considered in need of special protection, scheduled castes, and other backward classes. There are large number of scheduled tribes in India. According to the census record of 2011, they are 84 lakh 326,240. Modern society needs the human rights, which constitute a variable category, as is adequately demonstrated in the history of the last few centuries. The list of human rights has been modified and continues to be modified in changing historical circumstances in order to improve the human civilization. These tribal communities, which occupy low rank in India's caste literacy, have suffered through the ages socially, culturally, and economically. This paper raises the voice of Adivasi and asks the question why the Adivasi people need special protection and rights. And this study aware answers through multiple discourses, which, which each human being must be aware of their rights as citizens and protect them from social violence, discrimination, and tendencies in order to save the humanity. Indigenous people in India. There is an interesting fact about the term used in India for the indigenous community, that is Adivasi, which has gained huge popularity in the last few decades to identify the tribes. However, we stated that the Constitution of India, okay, however, it is uh, to be stated that the Constitution of India does not use the term Adivasi and instead refers to the STs as Anusuchit Janjati. Traditionally, Jan was more popular term to refer to the tribes in the Hindi heartland. They are scattered in different parts of India and they form considerable number of the population of India. One cannot, however, get the complete picture about the whole tribe just by studying or getting close to one particular tribe, as each one of them has its own respective culture, identity, art, mythology, folk education, values, folklore, folk wisdom, food, festival, dance, music, religion, and language. Even then, to find a brief idea about Indian tribes, here is a comprehensive list of 20 tribes picked from different corners of India, starting from 1, Gond tribes, Bhil tribes, Santhal tribes, Great Great Andamanese tribes, Khashi tribes, Garo tribes, Angami tribes, Munda tribes, Bhutia tribes, Chenchu tribes, Kondawa tribes, Toto tribes, Tirulas tribes, Nishi tribes, Bodo tribes, Wali tribes, Toda tribes, Kurumam, Kurumban tribes, Soliga tribes, and Siddhis tribes. Actual facts of Adivasi: lack of education. The actual facts of education among the tribal communities appear that the colonial government in India also never taken seriously of making any constructive steps of the education and for that matter even social and economic development of the tribal people. Consequently, the tribals remained educationally extremely backward. Educational backwardness accounted for their socio-economic backwardness. Lack of education is a retarding factor of them. Credit must be given to the Christian missionaries for their laudable efforts in spreading education among the tribal people in certain selected pockets. Their works in the respect carried out in northeastern India is particularly commendable. As per my own experience, I belong to the young state called Jharkhand, which is almost filled with Adivasi communities, is even now in need of theory and practice of tribes and human rights and education. However, the Adivasi of our country have always been a major factor in our national life and culture. Adivasi masses in post colonial India are still backward in terms of social development. Many a time they are subjected to abject poverty, become refugees in their own lands, and suffer in various ways. And this is the prime effect among the students of Adivasi community that people have considered them as the slow bloomers in terms of study matters. However, this community as scheduled tribes are indications of traits, primitive traits, distinctive culture, geographical isolation, shyness of contact with the community at large, and backwardness. One of the facts of the backwardness could be analyzed through the latest news that one must be very happy that one of the Birhor students, 16 years old girl named Payal Birhor, the daughter of Andhnu Birhor, became the first Birhor girl among the 36 Birhor Tandas, that is groups, in the Hazaribagh district to pass the matriculation examination in Jharkhand, the results of which were declared 3rd August 2021 in this digital era. This is of great significance for educational status of the primitive tribes. These tribes, Jharkhand state, were extremely backward, but denied the opposition claims that most of the welfare schemes meant for them were not seen on the ground. Recently, before the death of the welfare minister of Jharkhand, late Haji Hussain Ansari, informed that the state assembly that the population of primitive tribes is 3.5% as per the 2001 census. The government has taken up schemes to improve their economic conditions. Nevertheless, the traditional and cultural distinction of each tribal community has given them their unique identity. The creative mind can be seen in their activities. Although the life of Adivasi is not static, rather they have a dynamic view of life which makes them adapt new ideas and adapt to new situations. Uh, shall I continue? Major rights of indigenous communities. Uh, this is the constitutional rights. The fifth schedule of the Constitution of India provides for safeguards against displacement of tribal population because of land acquisitions, etc. The governor of the state having scheduled areas is empowered to prohibit or restrict the transfer of land from tribal people and regulate the allotment of land to members of the scheduled tribes in such cases. Article 14 provides equality before law, and Article 338A provides National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. There is special term used to specify the tribes or tribal communities to be included as STs in Article 342. There are grants in aid under Article 275 1 from the Consolidated Fund of India for the welfare of the scheduled tribes and administration of scheduled areas. Significant facts on the constitutional rights of these people has the directive principle and under Article 46, which directs the state to promote with special care the educational and economic interests and protect them from social injustice and all forms of exploitation. Land and resources rights of tribals. Indigenous peoples are the most marginalized communities in India. They are often excluded from participation in socio-economic life, rarely have access to political power, and frequently encounter obstacles to manifesting their identity. Violence and persecution increasingly force thousands of tribals to abandon their homes, lands, and resources. Due to this reason, obstacles are multiplied during forced displacement and the protection risks when they have special rights. The rights of land ownership are guaranteed in the International Labour Organization Indigenous and Tribal Populations Convention number 107 of 1957 concerning the protection and integration of indigenous and semi-tribal populations in independent countries, revised ILO, indigenous and tribal peoples in independent countries, Convention number 169 of 1989 and UN draft Declaration on Indigenous Rights. All these recognizes the ownership rights of tribal people, protection of natural resources, and the right of the indigenous peoples to participation and give their consent in the use, management, and conservation of these resources and consultation in the exploration and exploitation of such resources and in the benefits from them. It urges the government to respect the cultures and spiritual values of the peoples concerned of their relations with the lands and territories. It also makes the provision of adequate penalties for unauthorized instruction, sorry, intrusion upon or use of lands of the peoples. This resource has been taken from Sarveshwar Sahu, 2005.
Sir,
Rights to- yes,
uh,
yes,
sir, my question to you is that
yes,
you are saying you have written that the Adivasi people know
yes.
their human rights. Earlier, when they were not aware of these rights and of course fundamental rights. That time, what kind of rights they were used? They were known to the rights. They have rights in the constitution. They were just they have their own right that time. Do you follow me?
Uh, about the rights, ma'am, because uh, this I especially am using the term advocating because many of the tribals are still unaware of these rights, and because of that, even the government I think is having problem to manage them or to give them the mainstream of development. And this is what because they don't understand their own rights, and because of that they need this kind of awareness.
You totally, I agree with you.
Yes.
The rights they are very low. They are coming from constitution. But I'm saying before they are aware of these rights, kind of rights they have, like they have tribal constitution or something like that.
uh, According to 1855, that is the act has been given by the British government during those days after the Santhal Hul, one of the very famous movement run by these tribes, especially in Santhal Pargana. This is the land rights, and according to this, yes, this is a kind of protection for them because you cannot buy their lands, and this they know. But apart from that, there are so many rights given to these tribes, especially used in Indian constitution, especially scheduled tribes. They are, I think, according to me, because I belong to the area where I come from, very rural area. People are still not aware, and the roads are still not good, and the conditions of the people are still bad. And because sitting in the cities and the what's called urban areas, we cannot understand their conditions. And still, because I'm talking from this same area where we can find that people are not aware, and because of that, many of them are not educated also.
My dear friend,
Yes,
you talked about Adivasi, you talked about the major rights of the indigenous community, constitutional rights, rights to education, rights to culture, good paper. But tell me in detail, what is indigenous awareness? How can you focus?
yes. Uh, Particularly, particularly indigenous here it terms about the people uh, who are from this particular land, who are the originator of this land, who belongs to this land. And and according to our Indian constitution, they have not termed as Adivasi. Adivasi is not termed. That is why they are called scheduled tribe, Anuschit Janjati. Okay, and in among Anuschit Janjati, there are primitive tribes also who are still in backward. Now, because according to our Indian constitution, there are STs, SCs, OBCs, right? So here I have focused mainly of STs, which I am again terming the word Adivasi,
Tribals.
tribals. Yes, yes. In English, I am
Okay, friend.
terming the word tribals.
And my question to is that how can we help indigenous people or youth? How can we?
Yes, yes. Focusing youth, because youth is now developing, and youth can be helped through these articles, because many of them are getting educated, and because of that they will understand these rights. And and of course, how can we help? Because until and unless these rights they know, then they will not come into the mainstream. Still, because according to the political approach here, especially Chhattisgarh, there's North India also, and of course Jharkhand, and some part of West Bengal, and of course Odisha. Many of them have come up, but it is not up to the mark. If you get what's called the education world census, according to the 2011 census also, we'll find that still they need to be educated. There are many schools, there are many government schools, but still the range of development is not there or not seen, which is again the focus area to keep them aware. And if the youth is aware, of course the next generation also will be aware.
And my last question to you, my dear friend, what your recommendation on the indigenous children and youth? What do you recommend?
I would recommend that indigenous people and this youth, they should study more and more. Until and unless we get education, will not come into the mainstream. Otherwise, there will create many misunderstanding between the government and the common people. If there will be education, there will be a good bridge, which we can have good development between the urban areas and the rural areas.
Okay. And why have you not mentioned the names of the leaders or the great people in your this very good paper? Why have you not mentioned the names?
Yes, I could have mentioned so many names are there. It's still because
Because from Jharkhand, Birsa Munda.
Yes, but I named Birsa Munda, Shibu Soren, and
Yes.
many more. Yes, many more.
So you don't have any idea about that, or you?
No, because it is because of the limitations. If I would have named them, I think
For the new generation, when will the new generation knew the names of such great leaders of Adivasis? So you should
yes,
have to
yes,
mention
that also.
according to
Of
my
course,
knowledge.
yes, yes. Thank you, sir. Because I also observe this, and I think I would.
Because when I go through this paper, I haven't read the names of the Adivasi leaders who have done
Yes,
a
yes,
great
yes.
work for Adivasi. Uplifting,
Yes, yes,
my dear friend.
yes, yes.
Good paper and good discussion. Liked very much
It
your
is suggested
paper.
that we incorporate the name of leaders also. Okay.
Yes, yes. I think in the next paper, next
Because
article, I would.
when you write a paper, you should have to go through the history also, because the new generation will learn the names, will hear the names, and what did they
Yes.
did in the past for their
Yes, yes.
community. That's why I'm
Yes,
telling
yes.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, Rajesh sir.
Okay, sir. Then this paper is recommended for the publication. Is there any query, sir?
No,
No,
sir.
no, no, no.
My side, I think I'm quite satisfied by his answers and his because I have already read the paper and I find it is. I don't have words to say, but he worked hard on it. As
Okay, thank you.
and I
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you, reviewers, and congratulations
Thank you,
to
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good
Thank you,
paper,
sir.
good
Been
paper.
approved for the publication.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then thank you.
Please
We will
please
meet you
strongly
soon.
recommend that this paper must be published.
Sir, I will really yes appreciate and this I will be happy when I will share my next paper with the names of those great leaders. Mm. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you to all. Thank you
yes.
to all.